Hi, welcome to this video. In this video I'm going to be designing the second character for my seasonal magical girls. Last time I did winter, this time I'm doing summer, so yeah, let's go. Okay, so going into this I had a pretty clear idea of where I wanted to take it. From the get-go I knew that I wanted this character's colour to be pink, and like a very warm and intense pink, kind of like a sunset colour. I also made him a magical boy for no particular reason, I just felt like it. I wanted the costume to be very beachy, but I also wanted to include a lot of translucent layers like with Mist the Winter Girl. You know, just keeping some elements consistent within the designs so that there's some level of clear association between them. I also kept most of the sheer elements contained to the top half of his design. You know, because it is kind of like a swimwear design, so I wanted him to be able to swim and like have all of the elements flowing behind him rather than restricting his movement. That's also why like there's not much going on his legs so that he can kick around, you know. I also included some rainbow elements in his design because I want his powers to be kind of related to like light and uplifting energies. There are some orange and yellow accents in his design as well, just to evoke that sunset feel that I was going for. I also gave him some beaded elements which are supposed to resemble rain, but they also kind of look like those shell necklaces that used to kind of be a thing. So I don't know, I thought that was kind of a fun element. I guess the last thing is the sunglasses, which were kind of a last minute addition, but I feel like they kind of add a little extra something to his design, you know, especially because I feel like with magical character forms, like really glasses of any kind just aren't all that common, so it's a little bit unique. Makes him stand out a bit, you know. So yeah, that's the finished design. His name is Akala, which is the Hawaiian word for pink, which I'm hopefully pronouncing correctly. I hope you like him. Moving on to the illustration now. Okay, so like with the previous character, this illustration is going to be of Akala doing his magical attack. The first thing that I came up with was actually the name for it, which is Hot Pink Summer, which I think is super cute for a magical attack. It's supposed to basically be a bunch of hot pink light and a rainbow light being released from the gem on his chest. It takes place in a hot pink sunset as well, which I think is really cute. I actually ended up really enjoying how the sunset looks. I was very loose with it actually, but I think because I actually used reference photos to paint it and choose my colours for the first time in forever, it ended up actually looking quite nice. So yeah, there's your reminder to actually use reference photos when you work on stuff. In terms of the composition, it didn't take me very long to come up with it. I wanted the hand to be reaching out to the camera and kind of directing the light towards it. So from there, it was pretty quick to actually come up with the final composition. In terms of actually drawing and colouring, for this little series, I actually wanted to try a few different ways of colouring and rendering. You know, like just be a little bit experimental and try a few different processes. So for this one, in terms of the character, I did all my drawing and line art base colours the same way that I usually would, you know, all in separate layers. And then once I did that, I actually just combined all of the layers for the character and I started treating it more like a painting. And this ended up being quite an enjoyable process for me. It made me want to be a bit more like detailed and adventurous in my colouring. Like I was just kind of throwing in a bunch of different colours into the shadows and the highlights to make it feel really lively, and I really enjoyed that. It's not really something that I do all that often typically, at least in terms of digital art. This way of colouring definitely also made the line art a bit softer as well. Like there are bits where I've painted over it or like blended it into the colours, which makes it softer and a lot less bold than if the line art was just on its own separate layer. So yeah, that's an aspect of it that I'm quite happy with. Yeah, after that I pretty much just added a few like layer effects on top to kind of make everything cohesive color-wise, and also some like sparkly glittery effects and around the border and stuff. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Here is the final illustration. I hope you like it. I'm quite happy with it, except for that hand, that looks kind of bad, but oh well. And here is Akala next to Mist. I posted her video a couple of weeks ago, so if you want to see how I designed her, then you can watch that video. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching till the end. Yeah, see you.